Hello, dear traveler. Welcome to next garage and to winter wonderland. So I was trying to get to the normal carriage, but I keep running into these different cars, and today I made it to a baggage car, which is a little bit heavier after the bit of funny lounge car. I would like to talk about kind of conditionality and unconditionality and trading. I mean emotional trading, because that's something what I keep hitting almost every day. That I can see it on myself, like how much I work in conditional, how much I've been trained in conditional, that I like things only if they are a certain way. I like people only if they are doing certain things. And logically I understand the unconditional, and I'm really trying to give people space and allow them to be exactly how they are, because that's exactly what I want for myself. But it's not as easy to embody it as to logically understand it, because of my baggage. That's why baggage car. My emotional baggage and my childhood trauma, which gets always activated when people are not doing the things which they suppose to do, because the way I was brought up, there was, I guess, I'm not the only one, but maybe I am, I don't know. But that thing's supposed to be some certain way, you're supposed to behave some way, you're supposed to say some things, the people supposed to be some, look some way, let's say. And now, when we are little, or when I was a little, like a lot of things like don't make sense. We just swallow it, because that's what they tell us, because that's we are small, dependent, we have needs. And I talked in one of those videos, we just shape shift and do whatever to get our needs met. So we kind of swallow all of this garbage, which is not for us, but it works for our caregivers, so they give it to us. And then as we take it as ours, we start to perpetuate it. And or I was perpetuating it for most of my life, and I still do here and there. So when people are not acting according to this garbage which I swallowed, I of course get angry and activated, because I had to act according to this garbage. I had to give up my authenticity and my let's say inner knowing, my beingness, my like, I guess that's the authenticity, like the way how I want it to be, so I could fit in. And now when people are not doing the things which I want them to be, it makes me angry. It makes me, how they can be like this when I couldn't. The thing is, this is the childhood trauma, because I'm not a child anymore and I don't have to do these things anymore. But they are so deep. It's like the bias or BIOS in a computer, the core program. That's something what we took on board very, very early, and so it's like so many structures and other sub-programs are coming from this. So this is so hard to rewrite. But as I said, like now I'm adult, I don't have to be doing these things, and I'm trying to not do these things. But then now here is another problem with this, is when you get to your power and you start rewriting these programs which were given to you. The things what happens is that the people around you were used to how you were. They were used to the conditional trading. They were used to that, when I say this, Thomas, do this. When it's, things like this are happening, we do these things. And when I stopped doing these things, when I find my own way to be, and I interpret the situation of the way how I need to interpret it, the way how it looks, so it's as close to my reality as it can be. Now people, they don't get it because they are used to my old me, which I perpetuate for 40 years, and they want it back. It makes you uncomfortable, like makes them uncomfortable. When you think about any situation when, something has been like same all the time, and then suddenly one day it's different, it makes us uncomfortable. So I do understand. I split this video into 2 parts, so this is it, but I'm gonna give you a little view over Lapland, freshly buried in snow. So I'll see you at the part 2.